Hello again, everyone, to another. Well, we're continuing our playthrough of the Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward series. This is part 12, and we're actually very close to the ending here. We're just jumping around between the different timelines now. I believe we only have 4 endings left to go, so I'm hoping that we can actually finish it this week. And if not, it'll probably be finished on Thursday. So you know what? Let's hop right into it. So we got the what happened last time? We got the K ending last time, and he gave us, or we know that K is Sigma for some reason. We don't know why Sigma is in K's body. But he did give us the second password to the director's office, which was Milkavoli, I think what it was called. And then we also found out that Tim Yoji is actually Junpei. So that was pretty interesting. Hopefully we can find out more here. It looks like we've got another path that's opened up for us. And then it looks like, yeah, we got this one here. It's gonna be the next one. Then we've got these two here, 5 minutes of life, and whatever this one is here. That we still have to go through to get those endings, but yeah, without further ado, let's hop into it. And hello Soren, thank you for making it to the stream. Okay, so this one was, you know what? Let's watch this one and see recap what's going on here. Oh, I think this was the one where we're actually looking for Alice. No one here, huh? Damn, where did she go? And suddenly the world shifted. Wait, what? For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I'd begun to adjust, it was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? Wait, so Sigma now knows where Alice is in this one. It was the same sensation I felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice. Now! But where could she be? Damn it, Alice. Where are you? We know where she is. We know where she is. She's in, crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? Yeah! That has to be it. I set off on a dead run. Can we actually prevent Alice from killing herself here? So again, Sigma's remembering all these things, and it seems like he does have the morphogenetic yield ability, or like some totally different ability, because this is like alternate timelines and shit that's going on here. Anyways, the moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Oh, there she is! She's still alive! Alice! So, you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned towards mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel, like I caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Yeah, let's take the scalpel. No, stop! Before I could finish the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore! This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from!
Please, don't kill yourself!
The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. Ah, we managed to save Alice! It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit. What am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off towards the infirmary. Okay, so we did manage to save Alice in this particular playthrough. Whereas in the other one, she always dies in the crew quarters.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
And she's infected with Radical 6.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Oh no. As if we didn't know. I had called everyone else back after I brought Alice to the infirmary. Seven sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment, whether or not there's any around here, though.
No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
And please don't die so Clover doesn't go yandere on us and kill us all. Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably. Just watching uncomfortably.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh right, I forgot this is during
All
the
players,
game poll.
please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave him behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
I'm staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone!
She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark.
I don't care!
Oh my goodness.
I just want to stay with her!
Look, Alice is passed out. She's infected with Radical 6. Just leave her there. Just go and vote.
She shouldn't have to be all by herself!
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky man you are.
No, I'm not really lucky. I just have this premonition that I keep seeing things. What did you miss? Well, you missed us actually saving Alice from killing herself in the crew quarters. Because Sigma activated his special ability to remember things in this particular timeline, so it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully we get another ending here.
You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma.
Hello, Satsuki.
After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do
Is
that.
that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually, I was planning to let you make the decision.
Oh my goodness.
See? Told you.
She's too pure for this world, guys. Luna feels like the only person you can trust.
You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally,
Well,
correct?
if we all abstain, we'd be penalized. Nope, doesn't work
Why
like
not?
that. Here, take a look at this. I pulled a scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Now, here we go again, guys. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then, and they're playing against Alice. Oh.
Oh,
I
and
guess
Alice is
playing against is a little generous.
Oh, Temioji has to be the one to press the button. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks betray.
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose betray.
Press X to doubt. Press X to
You
doubt.
do know her BP's at 1, right?
You would kill her.
What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rule.
I think Dio has only voted ally once, and that was because Quark was on his team and Quark pushed a button. And that was against Luna, by the way. I wouldn't put it past
What?
you.
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all three
Thank
of
you.
us.
Thank you, Junpei. I'm just gonna call him Junpei now, because we know Temioji's Junpei, right?
That means we're gonna be sharing a room, Bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do
That's
you
right.
mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell
So
her.
Junpei had to tell Alice something.
What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important.
It wasn't important.
Just forget about it.
Clearly it is
5
important if you had to
minutes
tell her
remain
so badly.
until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
Probably the Ice Nine thing, yeah.
What?
Probably.
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
If something does happen, Clover might need a hand. So Five's also abstaining from voting. Aren't you solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Do you trust Sigma?
Yes,
Even though I have 6 BP?
yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
Kay won't betray you. How do
How
you
can
know?
you know that?
I just know, I guess.
I just know, I guess. How do you just know?
Just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until
I'm
Ambidex
still
game polling
confused about the
closes.
whole K being Sigma thing, though. That's kind of weird. Like, am I like a clone of
Come on,
Sigma or
we
something?
need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
Or am I the original Sigma and K's the clone? Like, what's up with that, right?
We promise.
With that, we were off. Okay, well, I give him one last quick nod to find Clover before heading back to the warehouse and then run. Okay. Warehouse A. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Okay, who are we voting against? Are we voting against Alice? 2 more AB gates then open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking to our respective rooms. Yeah, I thought we were voting against. Are we voting against
2 minutes
Alice?
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems
Of
fair.
course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Oh, we're playing against Clover? Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be tappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonary Game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
What's wrong with your hand? Or what's wrong
There's
with my
something
hand?
white on it.
That... something white? There's what? Whoa, what the... what? What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment I thought it somehow touched some white paint or something similar, but the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. Sigma bleeds white? What the heck? It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? Yeah, where... I felt a very odd sort of fear began to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see it.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. That was a lie. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really? But...
Yeah. Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling
Sigma
closes.
bleeds white. What the heck? There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex
This is making me think that
closes.
Sigma is an actual clone of K, right?
9, 8,
You don't
7,
normally bleed white
6,
liquid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're gonna... It would be selfish of us to betray, so I'm just gonna hit ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Right.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Okay, let's hope that Clover didn't head to the AB room and vote. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filling out of the rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all?
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing in my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off towards the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of a slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clump together, you never get anything that looks like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scrap knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult, but every single time I'd bled red like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So I mean, the moment he stepped into the Nonary games, he just started bleeding a different color. Ally, ally. Ally, ally, ally. Okay. Wow, look at that. Ally across the board, surprisingly, right? Oh no, because Temyoji voted for Dio here to keep Alice alive.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Nice. This would be the best outcome. Everyone voted
This is
Ally.
incredible. Look, everyone voted ally.
Woohoo!
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course.
Temyoji voted.
If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
Oh my goodness, Dio.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank
Right.
you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh yeah, looks like we all allied. Great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
What is it? He's freaking out because he's bleeding away.
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB room. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like
Hey
that.
man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Or Dio could continue. The heavy metal rumble of the door shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to
Right.
open the gate. There is no set limit
So now we need the
on
star keys
usage
again.
of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players
I
wish
think in
to
this
open
one,
them.
everyone is still alive as well.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Yep.
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close,
Your colors get all shuffled up
the
automatically.
pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
To white in order to open the secondary
You
doors.
guessed
The
correctly.
pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Now, if we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
So we're just gonna look around.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
And Phi
I
too.
shall accompany you then.
Phi's there too, right?
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
Is it about my hand?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not
We're not
plotting
plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Temyoji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all 3 had disappeared. Alright, Luna, lay it on me. So, what was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. Did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
Oh? As strange as the request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. The garden.
You know this place?
Yeah, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So,
Isn't
what
this
was it you
nice?
wanted to talk about?
This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
Right.
Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
Sure. She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted a tiny birdcage pendant she wore to the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Oh? Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible whining noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Huh?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone.
Oh.
It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time, and it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me.
Very important gave it to me.
They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Maeterlinck's The Bluebird? Yeah, well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Kiltil and Mittil get asked to find a blue bird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly, if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So, they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but...
So who gave you the music box?
I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so... kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm, but...
What?
One day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird.
Oh?
In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Mittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away, and then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral, then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again.
Yeah, it's sad.
I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
I see.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
Oh? What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
In a crew quarters. Well, what does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2, in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
In the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden?
Oh, snap. That's true. That's true. We actually never went to the garden here. Somehow, Sigma knew about the garden.
Just now, you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we actually never went here to go look for Alice. We went straight for the crew quarters. How could we have known about the garden?
There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
Are you a robot? What?
See, It would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden,
And why my hand is bleeding white?
and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Are Sigma's a robot? Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton.
Oh, Golem told us about this too.
It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I need to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any order given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. It's just an ideal though. You could work towards that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they want
Yes,
to.
you're right, but I believe in them. In you, however you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot.
Right.
There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard a crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Hi.
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Oh? Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
Just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about?
Kind of.
Whatever. Just have a look at this.
Look at what? I followed the line of her finger. But that's the #1 bomb. Shit. This
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters.
Wait. Milkavoli. So this was the password Kay gave to us. We have the yeah, we have the password for this bomb.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
Yep.
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
And a #0 bomb as well. Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
No. Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Uh-huh. Taking a walk. You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course, you weren't there. It seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I
You
found
found
the
it?
bomb. So, believe me now?
So who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us.
We already know who it is. It's Dio.
Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Hopefully everyone's in here. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tim Yoji. Kay and Dio. And, of course, Alice and Quark. Both seem to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them that they've been completely insane not so long ago. Alright, everyone. Listen up. I told them about how we'd found the #1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we found so far, there's probably a #2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
Oh?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
Well, do we have
you
the
see
device?
it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
We also need the device on top of the
Oh,
password.
whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
Oh?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
Don't take Dio's detonator away from him. It'll activate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate.
Okay.
Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Search the unconscious people first.
Huh?
Wait, you only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying
How
them.
can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person? We know who set the bombs. Do. It was Dio. That person is you. Dio.
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well,
It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want to know is who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that, and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try. That's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs?
Because
Just spit it out.
I know about the Myrmidon.
The Mirmo. What?
I beg your pardon?
no. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. Sigma's just spilling all the knowledge that we've accumulated so far. But there's no question you were the one who set up the bomb.
The fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Oh, Dio. Tell me, how does that foot taste? Ooh, the Myrmidons are. I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything beside his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously, though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers.
Well, we found it out.
Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan.
Send here to stop Zero Senior's
That's
AB
why
plan.
I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
What was the AB plan by Zero though? What was the purpose of the Zero's AB plan? It wasn't to punish anyone, I don't think. AB plan.
What's that?
Well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no! I leapt towards it.
Whoa there! Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's a detonator.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please, calm down. If you...
So? Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us, except for one. Kamyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No.
You...
Come on, Junpei.
I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that.
Deco.
So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well?
You son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing.
Not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I'm sure you will,
There's
Dio.
really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
He cried out his left through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. And that was the wrong move, though. Shit.
What happened?
Not good. The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening?
There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown.
We don't have all the numbers to deactivate them, or the input device, but either.
You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation password.
None of us know them, though.
Right. None of us know. But there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay, I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is...
Password for bomb number 2. Thanks, Dio. Thank you for giving us number 2 password. Please tell us what the number 2 password is.
EQD DYR NTK.
EQD NYR. What was it? NTK. Okay, so we have 0, 1, 2. We have the passwords for 4 bombs.
Bomb number 2.
DYR. Wait. Oh, you're right. Oops. Whoops. Thank you for that. Yeah, that saved me a whole bundle of trouble. DYR. Oh my goodness, I can't. Okay, you know what? Let's try and put this. There we go. DYR.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, There's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input
Oh
device?
gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What? I have to explain everything? The next world, of course.
To the next world. No, wait. I threw myself towards Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming him to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the soparil.
No, if we were to put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of
You
him.
think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this. What are you doing,
Shit.
Luna? Go!
Right.
Get him with the Soberol.
Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
Ugh, you can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up.
Right.
Please trank with this guy, please.
Here goes.
Off to bed with you. As they began to climb off to him, I finally pried Dio's hands out open. There it was, just what I expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled towards the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
20 minutes. The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. Dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face.
All right. No point sitting around until those things actually go off. We've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb.
Right.
See if the timer really has started or not. All the rest of you, listen up.
I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen.
Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they
Yeah,
go.
I mean, we jump in through there. Hopefully we can survive.
Maybe
the
we'll get
blast.
lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Where are we going? Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Oh yeah, we're gonna take a look at the number 3 bomb. Yeah, right. Room number 2.
The light's flashing.
So it did
I
activate
guess
the
the
bombs.
countdown has started. So what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else.
Sure.
If we get
okay.
to T-5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse.
Where did we find the device before? I think we found it in the reactor
Got
room.
it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
Swimsuits never quit? What? No, that's not a thing. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, come on. Oh, I see. Well, I admit, I am a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page. Now get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, alright? Check the time on bracelets and headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. This is not the time, guys. It wasn't good news. Damn, only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. I broke into a run. We need to go to the reactor room. Why are we going back to the infirmary, though? Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know, and in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Why is the music suddenly stopping? Luna, you're still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it.
Oh, right.
Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I wanted to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot is going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh, why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes. Why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake.
What?
I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help.
Oh, don't be like that, Luna.
I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
No, she turned and headed towards the exit. Wait, Luna, come back. Wait, I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Analyze my body. Don't worry, 15 minutes on the bomb is the bomb timer, and we're spending about 5 minutes of it finding out what the hell is wrong with us. I laid down on the table. Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
What's the verdict, Doc? I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show me results. So, what did it say? I mean, hey, at least we're using that time to get more information. That is true. That's very true. So, what are the results? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well,
You're a robot, Sigma.
it says you're not a robot.
Oh, congratulations, Sigma. You are not a robot.
You're human.
Woohoo! I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
So is my arm like prosthetic or something? What?
You're part machine.
Ah, that would explain it. Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
What? Wait, both my arms are like cyborg arms? What the heck?
They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT.
Wait, what?
Your arms are cybernetic.
Cybernetic arms. What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bone? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms.
Okay.
I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctors told me I had really thick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Wait. Okay, let's say you're right. And my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No, unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body.
Okay, so it's still
Which
dying.
means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know that? That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right, but not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain. Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's,
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Oh? Time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. Oh. Well, that was more than 5 minutes. 1 minute. We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
Oh no, here we go. Luna was given also very specific instructions. So Luna and Dio were given instructions to tell things to Sigma. I shuddered, not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Oh, here we go again. Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF BM L016.
Okay, well, and that's another note. GTF dash DM dash, what was it? Dash L dash 016. Dash 016.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you.
The first gate shall be open to you.
There you
Okay.
go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? What? Before she could answer. Oh, we died. Boom. And that's the end of Zero Escape, everyone. So the world exploded into noise and light and then the spirit along with it. When it came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Well, we gotta jump back again. Ah, that sound is familiar. So, does she know about the morphogenetic fields too? She might. It's implied. She's implying that she knows that Sigma is somehow remembering these things, and she was also being given specific instructions by someone alongside Kay to give Sigma these. I'm so confused right now. I'm still confused. Hopefully, but I know the path that we have to take now. We have to continue the path where we go to the director's office with Vi. Oh, that was a Sigma ending. Okay. So that's another ending. We have 3 more to go. Okay, so we gotta go back to... Where was it? I think it was this one here. Ah, it was this one. Yeah, solve the mystery of the two-headed lion. Right.
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting...
The sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and a
We
password.
probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Just put in some random numbers. ESD841
Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. You can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something.
Right.
Shall we?
I turned and headed off towards a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori. If the 9th lion ate the sun, remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Could this be the 9th lion? Then maybe. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Remember what happened in the other timeline, right? Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember. This. Oh, here we go again. Oh, and this one, I believe in this one, several people died. I'm just not quite sure who. I know Quark is missing in this one. Quark's still missing in this one. Was Dio dead? No, Dio's not dead. I think Alice also died in this one. GTF DML016. GTF DML016, and then the password is gonna be milk. Where was it? Where's the eye? Ah, nope. No, it's not. Milk. Holy. There we go. Oh, here we go again with the code. Bye. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got it.
What? How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when they asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What?
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that.
Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer to satisfy her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start?
I don't know. It says largest exhibit of... There's some actual sentences mixed in here.
Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
Yeah, that was... I gave her what she'd asked for. GTF DML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So, was GTF DML016 a golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Let's see here. Wait. That's Luna. Luna's a golem? No wonder. No wonder she was given specific instructions. So does that mean that Kay is also a golem?
Yeah.
Luna. Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
Appearance after application of ABT, which we know is the artificial tissue, right? So yeah, Luna's a golem. ABT. ABT.
There's this special artificial biological tissue that's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin. with paws, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars, and the like.
So that's why she can look human.
Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
And then Gollum got terminated. Rest in peace, Gollum, by the way.
I see. Luna was a golem. And DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Gollum was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
What's her current status? Currently operational. Luna's still alive? Executing special mission? Is that special mission telling Sigma the password to this computer? You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, that's also the thing. Yeah. So Luna's special mission was to actually participate in the AB game, but I still don't understand. Like, what is the AB program all about? So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
What?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot.
And before, the entire AB game was all to determine if people could tell the difference between a robot and a human.
That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So, it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah, Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say...
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure that out? That she was a golem, I mean.
Right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
Oh, you're lying. When I told you about what happened with Gollum in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
So Fi seems to be going through the same thing that Sigma is going through. She's kind of like sort of remembering things, right? Could she also have the same power or ability that Sigma is using right now? Like, you just knew it?
Yeah.
There we go. So I
Look,
can use it
forget
too.
about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa. Wait, what the hell? Luna's dead.
You think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
So Luna is still alive. Oh, I think this was the timeline where we found her injected, and Alice was like dead in room 2. Oh?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course! Luna's the one who opened the AB game.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look.
What do you mean?
What are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016?
And where have we seen that before?
Where have we seen that before? No. Oh, on Clover? No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tim Yoji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
At the crew quarters. Of course I remember. Oh, this was the one where we also found, who was it? We found Clover and Tim Yoji dead, handcuffed to the, handcuffed to one of the, I don't know, they're handcuffed to a pipe in the infirmary. Wait, yeah, where's Luna's body? You were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna?
And I
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. Room 2 definitely is cursed. Everyone seems to die in room 2. Alright. Who are we voting against, actually? Against Luna?
Invalid pair detected.
Invalid pair detected?
Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with a bracelet there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into AB room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're playing against Luna, I think.
Wait, Sigma!
What? Huh? Oh! She's alive! Luna?
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell's going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she going to vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now.
What?
Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally, we could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game
10 seconds?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
Oh no.
2, 1.
No. No. Guys, you have to trust Luna. You have to trust Luna. Luna would never betray. Never, ever going to vote
Round 3
betray.
of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your
I trust
participation.
Luna.
Ambidex
Out of
gates
everyone in
now
this game, she
open.
has never let us down.
Hey, Sigma, are you insane? Why the hell did you choose Alla?
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now... She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... There it was. Thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
There we go.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results.
So Luna
screen.
didn't actually vote against us. She just showed up and gave us a bit of a jump scare. That was pretty much it. Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Okay. Boom. Boom. There's only 2 of us. There's only 2 of us left here. Clover, Quirk, and Timyoji. Dead. Ally. 3 of us have 9.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. Yeah, the rest, everyone else is dead. And the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright, what do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? We can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
Yes, let's go find Quark. And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have
closed. Round 4.
Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Well, it looks like did our pairs change as well? It did. Vi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Vi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we never had to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for silent door. I followed on her heels. Are we going to the number 2 door again? Oh, Alice is still dead. Infirmary. There's Tamioji and Clover. There's Junpei and Clover. And the old lady. Old lady that is seemingly... I'm assuming that old lady is Akane. Right? There's gotta be... The way that Junpei reacted to her death was like... dead giveaway. This is the sad ending. To rec room, and there's Dio and K. Killed each other. Gollum Bay is Gollum's dead. Gollum's still dead. Well, technically he's not dead. Well, he's a robot. Can robots really die?
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Gollum Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it? And how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. Oh, hopefully we find Quark in here. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatman pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left is being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
And this is the one that Quark's in, I'm assuming? Yep. Quark. Where are we going? Are we just taking his body with us? Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as he ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The process way had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
But what about Luna? Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AV room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
If that meant any alibi she might have had for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
Well, if she wanted to kill us, she could have just, like, voted betray, right? In the AV rooms? Or at least to keep us in. I don't think it would actually kill us.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn, don't scare me like that.
Wait, why are we leaving?
Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
We're escaping! It's too bad that Luna's gonna be left behind. With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit our body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. Oh, we're gonna go back to talk to Luna?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No, you don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
I'm doing it. Bye, Phi. Guess I'll be trapped here. With 5 corpses and a robot that may or may not kill me. No, it's probably a friendly robot. Luna's a friendly robot.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible.
Escape is not possible.
Please enjoy your stay.
Okay, well, I had no regrets. In fact, with Fine Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved and a difficult choice had been made. But the thing is, though, Quark was never cured of his Radical 6 there. So technically, you just gave Quark, who's infected with Radical 6, to Fi. So Fi's probably going to wind up killing herself because she's going to get infected. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. Oh, we're going to the garden. She's here, isn't she? Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
In another history. So she's aware. She's aware that we know about these things, right?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
They said you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time? Oh my goodness, hold on. Is that referring to us using the flowchart to move between different paths? Do you think? That's definitely referring to that. I love it. Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial in the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do that.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
Alright. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed him?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait. When did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? Hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both come from the same place, P. If you trace this history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extensions, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary Game. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either, but the fact remains that he did. Go on. Wait, what? He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the A/B rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the A/B room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in a handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used a handkerchief for that too. Anyways, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost A/B room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect they'd move or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the A/B room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. There won't be anyone left. I'd rather die here.
So she dies of Radical 6. She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she found in the warehouse after the A/B removed and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Temyoji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make any sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write D-I-O. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I mentioned it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with a luminol. We found the bottles in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab a spear and stab Dio. Then, he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but
Oh?
all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6.
I'm pretty sure she was.
She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma,
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is an essential server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes. Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door.
He did infiltrate the facility through the number 9 door.
Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
Okay, so it was expected that Dio would come there, so that was all part of Zero Jr.'s plan. To get a member of the Myrmidons in here? What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come
To
here?
make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right.
Right.
The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti.
So he killed Akane, basically.
He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the ones next to it would be the 5th?
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off.
So she was deactivated.
Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered.
So she probably was looking through the cameras, because even if she's like dead, her mind is still, or rather, technically her consciousness is still inside of the central server.
Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with a crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me.
So Luna moved the old woman.
It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What? She was ordered to?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work.
Oh, snap.
We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary Game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Oh dear.
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must.
Our plan dictates that I must. So Akane planned her own death?
An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place.
He'll murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms to take their
If a
place.
pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them.
So then Zero Senior is also Zero themselves?
That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Can it be that, well...
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen. I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6.
The use of Radical 6?
Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
Wait, we were infected? What?
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
So they infected us as soon as we came into the facility?
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say.
It sounds that
You
way.
know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final
Or maybe
order.
like one person was supposed to get it. So that would have been Quark and it would have spread to the rest of us.
Another order, ma'am?
What's the other order?
Yeah. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be
When you
there.
leave the AB room, the present Dio's kid will still be there.
I would like you to move them.
So that would be Akane.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not.
So I'm just saying that Akane did confirm my theory that she knew she was gonna die, but she didn't. She went through it with it anyway because it was part of the plan.
Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room.
What's the point of the AB game, though? Like, what is the
You
what
will
is the
have
point
to
of the AB game?
pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the
I
participants.
feel so bad for Junpei because we learned that Junpei's been looking for Akane for years and never found her, according to Quark. And only now he's been able to see her when they're like in her old age, which is kind of sad considering how Zero Escape 999 ended. It was looking towards a bright future where Akane would wind up with Junpei, but they never actually met. They just...
Is that an order?
Yeah. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Okay. So I still don't understand what is the goal of the AB game.
After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated.
Luna
But
dead.
since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake, so I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. But I was to think that she would be the first person to come out.
What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out.
I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant.
So she planned it.
Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you've been ordered to?
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero Senior?
No.
So Akane is not Zero Senior. What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes. Yes.
And the person was Zero Senior?
They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them, and they were both controlling Zero Jr., too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But Why?
I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why haven't you moved the body in the first place? Eventually we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean...
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room. Yes.
Wait, so they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
So she was just spying on us while she was, quote-unquote, dead. You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very
forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth, and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie, or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice.
So, well, Clover injected Luna with the, what was it? With a tuberculine, didn't she?
That she'd been infected with Radical 6. And it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it,
Right.
but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders.
Yes. Then she stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me.
And at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of the patient. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving towards me. So, Clover technically did, quote-unquote, kill Luna.
She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun.
Oh.
I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Oh? Luna's dead! Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in a fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it didn't do anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem? One of my
Yeah.
orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tuberculine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep the facade that you were human.
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again.
Oh.
He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders too. So to make it look like I had died, he'd turned the
I mean,
power
that's
off.
fair. That's more than fair.
Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually
Okay,
kill
so
me.
it wasn't Yandere Clover, was it?
She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be so sure?
She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
That used an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was why she left?
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Dio?
I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
What was he doing? At 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body. It didn't take him
I
long
bet.
to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fi had already taken it by then.
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do, too.
Did he want to take out the knife?
He was there to take the knife.
Yep.
Moving it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Yes.
What does Myrmidons mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it? Like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait. Wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean he's on our side? No, Sigma. No.
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people.
Killed 4 people.
I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You've got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings to Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was when he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back. Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna?
Yeah.
And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
Wow. Scumbag Dio. When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
Uh-oh. Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. There we go.
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with a knife. Kimyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the 2 men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to push it away. Yikes. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Temyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. What of a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Temyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
Oh no. And handcuffed.
How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you going to beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live.
Oh my goodness.
But if nobody finds you...
And we never found them.
Penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream.
Dio is such a scumbag. Oh my goodness.
Well, enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course.
Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come apart from Dio. You mean Phi and Kane? You mean me, Phi, and Kane, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. He had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soberil.
And they died. The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately, they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you.
They killed each other.
What you said was what happened.
Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened. So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with a spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked anyway. Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right.
Okay, well, our theories were correct. But, Luna...
That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
I do. Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
Oh, so Tenmyoji did eventually find Quark. But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him.
So you just talked to him in the
Look,
hallway then.
Tenmyoji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was sleeping?
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital sign. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Okay. So why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What? What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
Aluminum foil. What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes, like pumping blood. You can't see little bracelets with that on it. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along. Guys, just bring aluminum foil. Use the aluminum foil to take off your bracelets. We can all survive.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait. Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
Ah, there we go. When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.
That's right.
So Zero Jr. allowed Quark to enter the treatment pod room. He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. Okay, so are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the Nonary Game.
Okay. And why were we supposed to play the Nonary Game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Zero Senior and the old woman did that. Okay, so yeah, they definitely were infecting us. Intentionally with Radical 6.
It was
Why?
a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
It was a necessary evil and had to happen for the project to succeed. What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tim Yoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tubocurine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the Nonary Game. If the Nonary Game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then, if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right?
Yes.
So, let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
We're being told so many things about the project, but at the same time, it's not the information we want to hear. What is this project supposed to accomplish? I don't understand. Okay, so 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. First, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say, murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma.
Oh, this music again. Huh?
Would you hug me?
Oh no. What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Oh, she's losing it. Hey, Luna. What the hell's going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem, just a machine, a jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna break my heart. I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time?
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
Oh no. What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier about if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't.
Zero Jr. didn't reactivate her body.
I did.
Oh, so she broke her own rules?
I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr. and I hacked it.
Oh, sentience.
Yes, that was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji.
Why didn't you save them?
Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous. So we're terminated if we disobey.
Right.
You lose access to your body, of course. But everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes, very soon now I'll be gone.
No.
Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
You're gonna erase Luna. What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
Oh, she's falling apart. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't...
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna's being erased right now. Luna!
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye, Doctor? Goodbye, Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and a cold pool of tears over my heart. That's another ending. Oh boy. Again, so the final question that we need to get answered, what is the purpose of the AB project? Okay? Also, why did Luna call Sigma Doctor? Doctor? let's go ahead and click on. Let's skip this. That's the Luna ending. Oh boy. Okay, so let's check the timelines here. So, what else do we need to do that's left? Oh, hold on. I think there's this one. Oh no, this was the next path here. So 5 minutes of life. This was the path where I think Dio blackmailed Sigma into giving him the Excelliver, and then Dio actually managed to escape in this timeline. And so what happened was Sigma gets injected in this one, and I believe that we have 5 minutes left to see or find a way to stop the Tsubukyorin from killing us. But I think that's where we're gonna stop for today because, yeah, we've gone through a lot of plot here. So, the next time we stream this, which is gonna be on Thursday, it's gonna be the finale. So don't miss it, guys. It's gonna be at 10 p.m. EST. We're gonna go through the last two endings and find out what the actual F is going on. So, yeah, please looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope it was entertaining, and until next time, goodbye and have a great night. Bye!